Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to do the next recent reads video. Today I'm going to talk about three books. Two of them are audio and one of them I read as, during the booktubeathon. So, the first book I read was The Bone Witch by Rin Shipperoo, and this one is really good. This one is about a girl named T or Tia, however you want to pronounce it. This is about a girl named T, and she trains to become this bone witch. And bone witch is like, in this world, there's magic. So there's, if you're a witch, you can be a witch. You could be like an elemental witch, the elemental. You could also be a dark witch, and she is a dark witch. She ends up using necromancer, bringing her brother back from the dead on accident. Of course, she uses this when she's like 12, I think, something like that, 12, 13. So she's really young. And then this other Michaela, who is her trainer, ends up taking her in and training with her to become this bone witch. And this kind of reminded me of definitely of had vibes of Memoirs of a Geisha movie. If you like that movie, I would definitely highly recommend this book. There's a little bit differences between the geisha and the asha, because the asha does dances and they do like playing of instruments, and they kind of what do you call, like perform for these men and stuff, kind of like the geisha. There's no sex in this book really, but there is a lot of entertainment for the men, and women are only allowed to be a geisha. There is a LGBT or sort of LGBT character, kind of, I would say, not transgender character, but he's more of wants to be a Aisha and doesn't want to be put in the war, trained as a soldier. He doesn't want that, so they end up obviously training him kind of in the book. Kind of, he kind of gets figured out. Yeah, this book was really awesome. I gave this book a 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved this book. And what I really loved about it is just kind of the story, the miniature stories. So there's two stories. The one story is about this bard who comes upon T, who is older, obviously, and much more powerful. But we don't really know how she becomes powerful through this book. But we end up kind of knowing, like, kind of the training, how she trains to become this dark Asha or this bone witch per se. We also learn about the heart's glass. So everybody in this world has a heart's glass, and what that is that they can kind of show emotions, and Tia does read emotions very well, fairly well. We also have kind of a mystery in this. So somebody wants to kill T, not early on, but like halfway through, I think. There's someone who wants to kill T, and that mystery is kind of interesting. We kind of forget about it a little bit because it's introduced, but then it's like not like they're not focused on it. They're focused on fighting these monsters, supernatural monsters or dragons. So I highly recommend this book if you're into like Asian mythology or stuff like that. I think this is a great book to read. Rin Shipperell also wrote The Girl in the Well, and I highly recommend that series as well. I gave that series a 5 out of 5. So yeah, recommend you check that out. The next book I read was The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yodel. And this one I read an audiobook. I don't remember how long it was. It's kind of a short audiobook. Um, and The Devil's Arithmetic is about a girl named, I don't know what I don't know what that is. Hold on. Nah, nah. Oh, right here. Excuse me. It's about a girl named, hold on. A girl named Hannah who doesn't really like believe in the culture, her family, her Jewish culture, like doesn't really like understand the Holocaust and stuff. And her grandparents tell her these stories about the Holocaust, and she's not really that interested. And then during the tradition of Hanukkah, or not Hanukkah, what was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but they opened the door to Judah or Jehiah or something, and she goes through, and it's her turn to open the door. She's like 12, I think, or 13, 12, yeah. And she opens the door and goes out into the other world, and this other world is obviously, during the Holocaust time period and where they were in that time period. And it's actually a really interesting story. It's another Holocaust one. I highly recommend it for kids, probably like in that age range. I am definitely old and so not not supposed to be watching children's movies or children's movies, children's books. Not supposed to be really reading it. So I did rate it a 3-star. It was pretty good, but not amazing. Because I have read Night and I've read other books that were more significant World War II books. So this is another World War II book. If you're interested in reading it, go for it. I do recommend the movie to this one as well. It was amazing. Made me cry like 5 times. So I highly recommend the movie. It's a little bit hard hitting, different than the book. The book wasn't really hard hitting to me, but the movie was really hard hitting just because of the different things that happened in the different timelines and stuff. And then the third book I read was The Witch Elm, which is by, I think it's by, hold on, I don't remember who it's by. It's by Tana French. And this is about, well, why is this on here? This is about a boy whose name is Toby, and he's kind of the main character, and he's like an unreliable character. I didn't really like him in this book at all. I didn't like him at all. I just like hated him. He's self-absorbed. He was just self-absorbed and stuff. But it's all about him, and somebody goes into his house and attacks him and his house, and he's trying to figure out who did this. Why did somebody, try to kill him and stuff? And he gets sent into the hospital and stuff, and they obviously. This book was also a 3 out of 5. Now, I would say that it is slow. It's a really slow book. It's a slow burn mystery. It has 3 kind of elements, but it does have like 2 twists in there. The first one, the person who beat him up was kind of obvious. I felt like that was kind of obvious. I was like, oh, it's gotta be this. But they weren't really focused on that, because then he goes to his uncle's, and obviously his uncle ends up in the backyard under this elm tree. He has a body that's buried. So the children, one of the children find it. His cousin's kid finds it, and it kind of goes into the more police work into finding who killed that person, and then you find that out throughout the story. But that one isn't as reliable. Like, you don't know who killed them, or who killed this person under there and stuff. And Toby thinks it's him, so he's going crazy, and he's obviously his mind's affected because he has something, I don't remember exactly, but he just suffers from PTSD, I think, because of the traumatic event that happened to him, and so he gets all messed up, and he ends up um, like, throughout the story he ends up doing some stupid things, like, pushing answers and stuff, and then they give him answers and he doesn't like what he hears. He loses a lot of things in the process of the book. So I think it's a very, like, sad type of story. But I didn't really like the ending. I just felt like it didn't close very well, like it was left open. And usually that stuff I really like. And this one was kind of like, who am I? This is who I am. I'm like, I don't know if I believe that. So yeah, and that one was a 3 stars. If you do like mysteries, though, I guess you could check it out if you like mysteries. I did like the mystery of the Elm Tree, and actually, there's a true story that's based on that she ton of friends based on it, with a girl that, or an old woman or something, was buried under the tree, and yeah, her bones are there, and nobody knows why she was murdered or what happened, and yeah, very interesting indeed. And that is it for this video. I hope you love this video. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you're currently reading. I would love to tell, and even if you have any recommendations, please tell me in comment down below. Just do the whole thing. I'm so excited to be obviously reading more, and obviously I'm reading 3 books right now. In the middle of, I'm reading Last Kids Goodnight, Gulliver's Travels, and The History of Time, and enjoying all 3 of these books. So be sure to, to stay tuned for the next recent reads, see what I have completed, and stuff like that. And also comment down below if you love these books or if you hated them. Comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts, and that is the end of this video. Bye!